house. My, it looked pretty.
Aren't we ever going back, Mama?
There's nothing to go back for now, dear.
At least you two are all right.
Took me 30 years to build my farm up and only an hour to sweep it away.
It won't be so easy on us old folks to start all over again.
Any of you seen my sister?
She's over with Mrs. Perkins.
Thanks, Mrs. Flanagan.
Keep away from that tent now.
Congratulations, Mr. Perkins. It's a boy.
Is my wife all right?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Mr. Perkins had an awful tough time of it, didn't he, sis? Miss Jones and Joe Larkin are getting married.
Now?
The flood busted up their other wedding. They couldn't go around half married, so Grandpa's finishing it up.
Do you, Joseph, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife, to love, honor, and cherish?
I do.
And do you, Matilda, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, to love, honor, and cherish until death do you part?
I do.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Congratulations, Mr. Larkin.
Thank you, Miss Warren.
Here's my wedding present. Never can tell when you're going to need it.
Life preserver? What's that? Why, it's a fan.
Paradise Land Syndicate has purchased the famous Gunsmoke Ranch in Arizona. 10,000 acres of the finest farming land in the West. This land is to be divided into 40-acre ranches. Our president, Mr. Phineas T. Flagg, will explain his plan to you. Mr. Flagg.
Our plan, my friends, is to colonize Gunsmoke Valley with worthy families from the flooded area. Families who possess the pioneer spirit to forge ahead. No down payment is necessary, and we furnish free transportation to every ranch. Our local merchants are willing to cooperate by selling you merchandise at cost.
What's the catch, mister?
There is no catch, folks. The only requirement necessary is that you have enough money to maintain yourselves until your crops come in. After that, there's nothing to worry about. Now, all of you who are interested, kindly form a line to the right.
What do you think of it, Judge Warren?
Sounds good to me.
After all, we haven't anything to lose.
I guess you're right. We lost everything in the flood. Starting, you got a new home. What do you say, John?
Well, that's a very good idea.
You'll never regret this, Mr. Williams.
crazy galoot. Drive a little more carefully.
Beat it.
Real cowboys, sis.
Real roughnecks, Jimmy.
Hooray for the flood!
That sure was a cute little kid.
I'll say she was. Say, that Paradise Land Syndicate was on the level about bringing settlers out from the flood area.
Yeah, I still think we ought to join in with the rest of the ranchers and give that syndicate an option on that 1,000 acres they want to buy from us.
Well, if that's the way you two feel about it, I won't hold up the deal. Here's an option, Lullaby. Take it to Mesquite and deliver it. We might as well give those poor folks a crack at our land.
Say, Stoney, how about using your horse? He's faster than mine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Jed.
I just passed the buses from the east, and I sure feel sorry for them suckers.
What do you mean, suckers?
Why, don't you know who's behind that Paradise Land Syndicate?
No.
It's Phineas T. Flagg.
Flag? You mean that crook that was run out of Mesquite 3 years ago?
Yeah, buying land from the ranchers for $2 an acre and charging them old city folks $50 an acre.
Holy smoke.
Come on, Tucson. We've got to stop Lullaby from delivering that option. Hey, what's your hurry? There he goes. Come on. We don't need those hats.
Nice work. We're getting nowhere as fast.
Good morning, Mr. Gentleman. What can I do for you?
I want to buy a hat.
Well,
How does it look?
Not so good.
Better?
Worse. What's the use? You can't change what's under the hat. How much is it?
$10.50. That is
$10.50. Oh.
How much for this?
To you, $6.95.
I'll take it.
The $6.95 is for the cowboy outfit only. It'll be $20 extra for the dummy.
You're a sucker if you pay more than 10.
All right, you can have the dummy for $10.
Sold. Say, did you hear what he called me a dummy? Stranger, them's fighting words where I come from. Let me at him.
Now, Elmer, control yourself. Did you deliver that option to Clem?
I sure did.
The light never got through, though. A couple of suspicious-looking hombres started following me. But I used that rope trick on them that Stoney showed me, and, boy, it worked like a charm.
It sure did. We happen to be those two suspicious-looking hombres.
No.
Yeah.
Well, how was I to know?
We just learned that Phineas T. Flagg is back of this land syndicate.
Didn't see him in the office when I delivered that option.
We'll find out.
Well, what can I do for you, boys?
You can give us back that option that Lullaby just turned over to Clem here.
Well, that's rather an unusual way of doing business, isn't it?
Maybe so. But we didn't know you were connected with this syndicate, or we wouldn't have signed the option.
Well, you signed it, didn't you? You got your money. Now get out.
I'm going to tell those settlers who they're dealing with, Flagg. And then if they want to pay $50 an acre for land that you bought for $2, it's up to them. Where's Lullaby?
I don't know.
There he is.
Hey, Lullaby, cut that out.
Sure. Now listen, folks. Before you put your money into this project, you'd better have a lawyer investigate it.
We have every confidence in Mr. Flagg's integrity.
Yes, well, he's charging you a terrific price for your ranches. He bought that land.
We're not interested in your running down Mr. Flagg. He's been extremely fair in his dealings with us.
You boys are sure giving the new settlers a fine impression of mesquite.
We just want them to know what they're walking into, that's all.
Well, all right. But don't start any more trouble.
Believe me, miss, we're not troublemakers. Do we look like the kind of fellows that would start a riot?
Yes, you do.
There, you see, too. What?
That gal is sure a swell judge of human nature. I got a cowboy outfit just about fit you. Would you like to have it?
Oh, boy, would I?
It's on the horse.
Is it all right for me to take it, Granddad?
I don't see why not.
Come on, son. Thank you, my friends, for your confidence. And I remember that your troubles are my troubles. Now, whenever you're ready to leave, my men will be glad to show you to your ranch flats.
Thank you.
You've got to watch these musketeers, Williams.
Don't worry. These suckers think you're Santa Claus. I'm giving Jimmy your outfit.
What am I supposed to do, go around raw?
That's a fine, generous spirit. Haven't you ever heard of Western hospitality?
Sure, have you? Don't see you giving away any of your glad rags.
Now listen, young man, just for that, I'm going to give you to Jimmy along with the clothes.
My pal, selling me down the river after what we've been to each other. All right, but I'm warning you, I'll never say another word.
Can I really have them?
You sure can.
Jiminy Christmas.
I'd advise you to buy that baby, Biff.
But I like this one better.
He's a good looker, but he might not be so easy for a woman to handle.
I'll try him out.
That horse is wild. Can't be trusted. Has a bad eye.
Really? Aren't you a little confused? That description fits you, not the horse.
Happy landing.
Oh, thank you. My goodness, are all horses as unfriendly as that?
Oh, no, miss. Just those with a bad eye. You see, they're wild and can't be trusted.
Hey, miss, don't you want that bay horse?
Well, much obliged to see you.
We can never thank you boys enough for what you've done for us.
The house is all finished now. Guess we better run along.
Take it easy up there, Lullaby.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Yeah, you're all right.
Well, don't forget to come to the meeting at the community hall this afternoon. The settlers are going to elect a mayor for the new town of 10. There'll be dancing and entertainment, too.
A team of horses couldn't keep us away, Marion. Right, Tucson?
Yep.
what this meeting's being held for, so I ain't aiming to say so much about it. But I'm proud to introduce that silver-tongued orator from them Ozark Hills, Elmer Twiddlebaum. He's going to try and say a few words for you.
If they call that long, lanky galoot Elmer, I'm going to change my name.
Ladies and
folks, I stand here before you tonight. I stand. Here I am.
Everybody can see you, Elmer. Get on with the speech making.
Everybody can see. You keep your snoot out of this. The reason I'm standing up here is to kind of. I want to give you my message. As the feller says, that reminds me of a story.
Well, then it takes you all day to tell it.
Well, shall I cut loose and tell her? Well, it happened back in Swamp Town. That was your grandma catched her foot in a cider press, and plus Paul sent me in town that week for the almanac, and he asked me if it had come yet. So I walked all week, and one night about 7:30, I walked into town, and Dad blamed if everybody in town wasn't sound asleep. Well, that's the first thing I know. I heard somebody hammering on the old school bell and yelling fire. I turned around and the Swamp Town Metropolitan's Arms Hotel was on fire, and then I was in spite of it. The next thing I know, I turned around and here come the volunteer fire department, bucket brigade. They'd heard him hammering on that old school bell boy, and they just snapped out of bed, dressed and everything from red flannel nightgowns to old potato sacks.
Yeah, it sure is funny what some of our best people wears to sleep in, isn't it?
Yeah, shut up, Oscar. And then just as sure as I'm knee high to a chickadee, that bucket brigade lined up from the town pump to the hotel in less time than it takes to say
Cat.
Well, I ain't skidding you. They passed buckets of water down that line of firemen, so the doggone fast. It looked like one bucket from the pump clean to the hotel.
Come on, let's get out of here. He's got me doing it.
Say was, we all been through a terrible flood, but now we got a town of our own, and we should ought to elect Judge Warren to be mayor of 70.
Yeah, you all know the judge here's a fine feller, and he'd be a dinger to run our town. Everybody in favor of Judge being mayor, say aye.
Thank you all for the confidence which you have expressed in me. Let us be humbly thankful to Providence for leading us from the turbulent waters of despair into this land of promise. May we never forget the debt of gratitude we owe to our fellow men who, through kindness and understanding, have aided us in our darkest hour. Now, let's all dance and have a good time.
After me, you come first.
Would you like to dance Could I get you this?
He means he wants you should dance with him, ma'am.
Oscar, it doesn't doggone you. Why didn't you say something sooner?
Who, me?
Oh. Ladies and folks, we got a great big surprise for you this afternoon. We got a man here that's gonna.
Elmer's trying to say that among the assembled guests we got an exceptional fine baritone who's consented to sing a song with the orchestra. Brooke will sing "When the Fire is Low on the Prairie."
This is a surprise, Stoney.
Yes, isn't it, why?
the campfire is low on the prairie, and the branding is done for the day. Then we sit by the fire on the prairie, and we dream of our love far away.
I think Stoney's sick.
Yeah. Let's get out of here, Lullaby. I'd rather listen to you imitate birds and animals.
I'll be waiting, the dream seems to say. When the campfire is low on the prairie, then we
He has a lovely voice, hasn't he?
far away. When the campfire is low on the prairie, and the branding is done for the day, then we sit by the fire on the prairie.
Gosh, Elmer, the hogs is there.
Any more?
Yeah, here's the cat and dog fight.
Don't you think it would be better to do your entertaining inside, Lullaby?
In the amber, I'll be waiting, the dream seems to say.
Shall we dance?
Yes. Over this way.
On the prairie, then we dream of our love far away.
Hey! There's a couple of gangsters setting up machine guns in the middle of the street.
Machine gun?
Yeah.
They're surveyors.
What are they going to do?
What's the idea of the survey?
Government orders. The entire Gunsmoke tract is to be condemned. This will all be underwater as soon as the new dam's completed.
What's going to become of our homes?
Why, we
Hey, wait a minute. These folks just built this town.
I guess I'll have to take it up with the state.
Well, right, Dad, that doesn't...
So this is Flag's little ace in the hole.
I hold the deeds to the entire tract, Mr. Rankin. The settlers only have sales contracts. Fortunately, this clause is a part of each contract. In the event of condemnation proceedings instituted by the state, the Paradise Land Syndicate shall only be liable for transportation of the settlers to their original starting point.
Can you deliver the 10,000 acres within 2 weeks?
Oh, why, of course.
Very well. If no delays or complications arise, I am confident the state will okay the purchase of the Gunsmoke tract.
Good.
Not bad, Flag. Settlers put in the improvements, and you cash in on it.
Smart business, Rankin.
Yes.
Three musketeers are headed this way.
Go in the back room. I'll take care of this. Boys.
Flag, you knew the Gunsmoke Valley was going to be condemned before you brought the settlers out here.
You let them slave and spend their savings so that you can demand a bigger price from the state for improved property.
Well, now, aren't you jumping at conclusions? As a matter of fact, I just learned of the project from Mr. Rankin, the chief engineer.
Oh, sure. And I suppose you agreed to turn the entire tract over to him?
I had no alternative.
It'd sort of gum things up if one of the settlers had a clear deed to his farm, wouldn't it?
Yes, but none of them have.
No. But one of them's going to. Make out a deed for Warren's 40 acres. We're paying off the $2,000.
My signature isn't sufficient. All three syndicate heads must sign to make it legal.
Phineas T. Flagg, President. Charles Duke Madden, Vice President, Reggie Allison, Secretary. Where'll we find Duke and Reggie?
I don't know. fellow. They're in town somewhere.
Tucson, you and Lullaby round up Duke and Reggie. I'll meet you in 10, with Flag. Now, Flag, dig up a blank deed and start filling it out.
I never did like secretary, so I'll take Reggie.
Right. I'll take the vice president.
Drop that gun, Stoney. I said drop it and start reaching.
Take it easy, fellas. There's a hair trigger on this gun. The least little jar would sort of ruin Flag's budding career.
Don't start any trouble, boys. Stoney and I are leaving to take care of a little business.
Duke, you vice president of the Paradise Land Syndicate?
Yep. So what?
Reggie Allison, where are you? Reggie Allison, where are you?
Who wants me?
I do.
Well, folks, that's 2 of them anyway.
Well, now that's
And here comes the third. Here, sign it.
Go ahead.
Let the rest of the folks sign as witnesses, Judge, then have the deed recorded. Here's your $2,000, Flag.
Come on.
Now the state board will have to negotiate with us before condemning the land.
Well, we're mighty grateful to you, boys.
We got to get that deed back.
Well, I guess Flag knows when he's licked.
Yeah, you ain't heard a peep out of him for days.
That's what's got me worried.
Well, boys, I'm going to forget business this morning and take Marion riding.
What are you going to do, hypnotize her?
I've got a 10 spot that says she'll go.
You're on.
Hey, Tucson, let me have half the bet. I need a couple of new shirts.
All right. But it's a shame to take Stoney's money.
Hop them broncs and start reaching. Now dismount. And no funny business. You can drop your hands now. I was just pretending you're some of Flag's men.
You want to be careful, Jimmy. Guns weren't made for youngsters to play with.
Well, how's he going to be a real Western if he don't learn to handle shooting iron?
This gun won't hurt nobody. It ain't never been loaded.
You missed you by 4 inches, Lullaby. Oh, Jimmy, that's bad shooting. Did he teach you?
You do your hunting with a slingshot after this.
Where's your horse?
I'll get him.
Is your grandfather home, Jimmy?
Nope. He and Seth Williams left early this morning for a meeting in town. Sis is home, though.
Say, Jimmy, does Marion ever talk about me?
Yeah, she talked about you this morning. Said something about swell. I've got it. She said you had a swelled head.
Hey, Stoney, you want to call a bet?
No, just give me a little more rope.
We'll give you all the rope you need, Stoney.
Say, Lullaby, Elmer ain't said a word since you gave him to me.
Bring him out here and I'll see if I can make him talk.
It's a nice day, isn't it?
Yes, isn't it?
I was thinking it would be a nice day for a ride.
Oh, yes, wouldn't it?
Then you'll go?
No, I won't. Oh, that is, I'd like to, but I haven't finished the dishes.
Well, I'll dry them for you.
All right.
You're taking an awful chance.
Yep, Stoney's a champion plate smasher. Mesquite got it.
I'll risk it.
Say, Elmer, you think Stoney's serious about marrying that little girl over in Mesquite?
Which one?
Well, that little Spanish dancing girl in the cantina.
I thought it was the blonde widow woman with 3 kids.
No, he was just playing around with her to make that tall redhead jealous.
Why, Elmer, you shouldn't tell tales out of school.
Speaking of schools, Tucson, whatever happened to that little teacher that Stoney promised to marry?
Why, some folks say she drowned herself. Of course, the body was never found.
Well, all I can say is Stoney better get himself a bulletproof vest, because that blonde widow woman threatens to perforate him if he don't marry her.
That's bad.
You telling me?
Yeah, they're very funny, aren't they?
Are they? I never would have thought of you as a heartbreaker, Stoney. Tucson looks more the type.
Tucson?
Yes, so tall and handsome.
Yes, but he's getting very conceited lately. You see, we just taught him to read and write.
Tucson does look sort of dumb, don't he, Lullaby?
Perhaps I'd better not go riding with you.
Well, now, Marion, you're not going to take the clowning seriously.
Well, I wouldn't want to meet a jealous widow lurking in the underbrush. She might not shoot straight. Oh, silly. Of course I'll go riding.
Well, that's better.
Well, if you're sure the horse hasn't a bad eye and can be trusted.
Oh, Elmer, how much is 5 and 5?
10.
Right.
Why?
Williams.
What happened?
We were attacked by a band of masked riders.
Well, where's Warren?
They rode away with him after tying me up.
This is some of Flagg's work.
Did you recognize any of the masked riders, Williams?
No, but they left a note on my saddle horn.
It's a ransom note. Listen. If the 3 Musketeers will leave cancel deed to Warren's ranch at Caves to Mesquite Canyon, the judge will be sent home. Don't try any tricks or it will be too bad for Warren.
Where's the deed?
I'll get it.
We'll return your grandfather safely.
We'll bring him back, kid.
Swell spot for an ambush.
Mesquite back. We can't risk it with Jimmy here.
Come on.
Let's beat it. We've got the deed.
Do you think they'll send him back, Matilda?
Sure, honey, they'll bring him back. It's only the deed they wanted.
Look, Tucson.
He's still breathing. Let's get him to the ranch.
The stirrup was hammered together so Warren's foot couldn't come out.
Is he alive?
Yes, but badly hurt. We need some bandages and hot water. Quick.
Oh, Larkin, get a wagon ready. We'll take him to the hospital at the county seat just as soon as we get his wounds dressed.
Come on, Sonny.
Williams and Flagg, they...
Marion, honey.
Where's Williams? Well, he was here just a moment ago.
He's probably headed for Mesquite to report the flag. I'm gonna get that pair.
Hold it, Stoney. If we use our heads, we can trap the whole outfit.
How are you going to do that?
Williams doesn't know that Warren is dead. He'll tell Flagg we're taking him to the hospital. We won't disappoint him. We'll make the trip as planned.
Warren ain't dead. What do you mean he isn't dead? Just that. He's badly hurt. He's unconscious. The Mesquiteers are taking him to the hospital over the county seat.
Fools. Do you realize what this means if Warren talks? He's said to make it look like an accident. I'll take care of this myself. Get the boys together. This time we'll do the thing right.
Yeah. No witnesses.
get out of here, Reggie. We don't stand a chance.
Okay. There goes Flag.
Flag, get away. Got a dose of the same medicine he handed Warren.
Well, it serves him right. All right, let's line these fellows up and get back to town.
Man, it looks like we're going to have after all.
I know I'm going to love it.
Hey, Scotty. See where Marion's riding with you. You win the bet. Here's my $5.
And here's mine.
My pals. Oh, Marion, wait for me!